Unser Team eroberte den Bereich. Gute Arbeit. Gegnerisches Schiff zerstört. Gute Arbeit. Ziel erfasst. Wir haben den Gegner getroffen. Wir werden angegriffen. Unser Team eroberte den Bereich. Volltreffer. Ziel getroffen. Wir haben den Gegner getroffen. Ziel getroffen. Wir sind getroffen. Gegnerische Flugzeuge kommen. Gegnerische Flugzeuge kommen. Gegner, wir beschädigt. Gegnerische Flugzeuge kommen. Gute Arbeit. Wir haben den Gegner getroffen. Wir haben das gegnerische Schiff zerstört. Gegnerische Schiff zerstört. Gegnerische Schiff zerstört. Gegnerische Basis erobern. Gegnerische Schiff zerstört. Präzises Zielen aktiviert. Gegnerische Flugzeuge kommen. Ziel penetriert. Hände zu. Danke. Gegnerische Flugzeuge kommen. Gegnerisches Schiff zerstört. Gegnerische Flugzeuge kommen.
Hey guys, my name is BobLyn and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing as BobLyn on the NA server because today I got my account. Thank you to Wargaming, they were very quick. I actually expected it to take a little bit longer, that's what I was told. But today we got it and I can make a video on the amazing Mecklenburg for you guys. I chose to get my NA account, or sorry, my CC account on NA so I can play a little bit more with you guys over here on the other side of the pond. And I had a good time playing this thing today. It's not often I make a montage on a ship, but this thing was fun for me. And I was listening to heavy metal the whole time. Just, you know, being in the zone and having fun. The Mecklenburg is basically the tier 10 Brandenburg. You get 16 of these 305mm guns that reload in 20 seconds. This, in my opinion, should be played more like a battle cruiser than a battleship. But the cool thing about this thing, compared to like a Marlboro, I know it's tier 9, but that thing is also a battle cruiser with 16 guns. This thing is actually quite tanky. It's very tanky, and although you don't get manual secondaries, as you guys can see in the right hand side, we only get main guns and torpedoes. And they're not the Preußen torpedoes that go 7 kilometers, they're the normal standard German torpedoes. We have amazing auto secondaries. They don't have, you know, 7 kilometers range stock, they have 6.5 kilometers range stock, which is still very good, and we can see them fire now. And they deal quite good damage, and there's 12 of them each side, which is pretty good. And they reload in 4.5 seconds with a 2% fire chance. So for me, this is like the creme de la creme of German, you know, German battleship construction, because it's kind of like a mix of, you know, what you wanted the Schlieffen to be. You wanted the tankiness, this kind of tankiness on Schlieffen, but it doesn't have that because, you know, that would be too OP. But this thing is just like the perfect mix. You still have secondaries, you still have the brawling capabilities, you're super tanky, but you're not as tanky as a GK, you're just right in the middle, and I really like that. It's also a very fast ship. Look at this, guys. We're gonna go up and reach, I believe, 31 knots. The build says 31.4 knots, but I've seen this thing go 32.7 knots, and that is just a testament to how fast this thing actually is. It's not that big also. It's actually not the biggest ship in the German battleship series, you know, category tier 10 at least. It's not the biggest ship. But one thing that is a very, very, very big downside to this, there's actually two in my opinion. The first one is you only get precise aiming. Now it is a precise aiming 2, which the Brandenburg also gets. But this thing does not get a sonar. And boy, is it rough to play a German battleship without a sonar. But you would have to use your intuition. This is where you have to really, you know, look at the DD you're facing. If it's in Östergötland, for example, or Holland, you have to be a lot more bow in to survive and get close. But then you can take him out pretty easily. If it's a Shimakaze, you just want to run away and be bow in as fast as possible and be aware of them. Be aware of a DD close to you, because for me, playing without a sonar on a German BB was something I had to get used to. I mean, I can't remember if the Brandenburg has a sonar. I'm pretty sure it does, whereas this thing doesn't. But I like to look at Mecklenburg if they injected Brandenburg with a little bit of, I don't know, I'm not going to say the word, but you guys know. And then we have the Mecklenburg. It's just a bigger, more guns, faster, better, all-around, cooler, you know, version of the Brandenburg. It's gotten some injections of the stuff. I mean, this thing is nutty. Just look how we took out that Yamato very fast. And these 16 guns, man, I rarely got non-pens on with 305 millimeters. I rarely got non-pens. I fondly remember the only ship I hit where I got a lot of non-pens was at maximum range, which is 14.5 kilometers, guys. Not bad at all. 14.5 kilometers. Was Montana at max range. He was behind the island. I couldn't see him, but I got max, you know, all non-pens. I must have hit him bad, because look at this. We just get consistent alpha damage. The alpha damage output of Mecklenburg is insane, and yeah, this thing does not need a secondary overload. That's what I said before I had actually tried it myself or seen, you know, gameplay of it. This thing does not need a secondary overload, I believe. I think it's actually just fine where it is. The guns are, you know, the main star of the show, but you do have these torpedoes, like I said, and they do come in handy. They definitely do. We're currently at 132,000 damage, and there were 2 bots in this game, but you gotta remember I'm from EU, playing on NA, so it's when I played this, it was like 10 a.m. in the you know, the morning, I guess. So there weren't that many players. It was hard finding games, but that's why I provided this montage here also, because I had a lot of good moments, but they were full of bots, so, you know, we cherry-picked the ones we wanted, and here we have this black who gets demolished, and yeah, this is pretty much the damage we're going to get. 143,000, like you saw in the thumbnail or title. Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. If you enjoy German battleships, if you don't have anything against the sonar sweep, because that's, I've seen it on EU, the EU server, because that, you know, stuff comes out there before on NA, and then Asia before EU. It's in the sonar sweep, so it's guaranteed you can get it, which that's the good thing about the sonar sweep, but it's gonna be expensive, I'm betting. I haven't checked that myself. I'm not gonna get it on my main account, but I'm very happy and thankful that you guys helped me to get this, you know, CC account, and thank you to Wargaming for letting me have this. It's really nice to be able to make content on all the ships. And look at that, Bot Des Moines being OP on NA. You guys were right. You guys were right. Bot Des Moines on NA is nutty. 50k damage to second place. And we did 125,000 alpha damage with AP. Crazy stuff. Now into the build. So, the way I built my Brandenburg is, well, I have the historical camo, and I believe you should go gun focused. And the historical camo gives gun characteristics, shell dispersion, and range, which is nice. I went for dispersion mod. acceleration, and steering, which is a very standard battlecruiser setup. I put Franz von Hipper, which is what I would do on my main account. I do have him, and I found him to be very good. Very, very good. The Sixth Sense is what makes it very nice, but if you don't have that, I would take Victorious Charge. And sorry, nukes, I was making a video at this moment, so I would have loved to play, but yeah. Like I said, Victorious Charge is what you should take instead of the Sixth Sense. Where did I come from? Oh yeah, there it is. So, yeah, that's how I do it. And then we take Survivalist, because I don't feel like you need a third. These guns are very accurate, just as they are with my build. We take Generalist instead of the Sonar upgrade, because we don't have a Sonar. We take Marksman, Extinguisher. I opted out of Adrenaline Rush, and I took Close Quarters Combat Expert because I have Hipper. If you don't, you could take Demolition Expert, but, you know, the secondaries are still very good, so I would also go for secondaries. Compartment Maintenance, yeah, because we don't have a Sonar, I didn't even take the, you know, spotting distance upgrade in the Commander, and then we have APCS and Horizontal Protection Expert. I mean, I got a lot of Citadels, so I kind of want to change my build, but at the same time, it's really nice having this tankiness. And I forgot the Elite bonus, which I went with Main Battery Traverse, because I like turning and brawling and battling, but you could go for the tank build and put Sheer on this. I think that would be insane as well, just go full Sniper, Sheer, tankiness. Alright guys, that is it for my review of the Mecklenburg. I give this thing a solid 9 out of 10. I think it's a really good BB actually, and whenever it comes around in some kind of shipyard or bundle, I might pick it up on my main account, man. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for supporting me to get this account. My name has been BobLyn, signing out.